Today we're going to take apart this vacuum turbine. So obviously this one's busted, the sound looks terrible. I will add a clip in of how bad it sounds, but essentially we need to disassemble this one and reassemble the new one. So normally it'll be pretty simple, but this is, I'm going to show you this one because this is actually 7 diffuser plates in there. This one's only 6, so I think this one's 35 horsepower and this one's 40. And it also has 6-inch inlets, so we're actually going to do a whole swap. So this will be like a brand new installation, be great for you guys to see. So the first thing that we're going to do is we took off this plastic cover guard, okay? And now we're going to take off this coupling. So essentially you're going to want to use an impact with a 3/8 on it, as you can see, okay? And you just come in here and you just take these out, nice and simple. Okay, you don't want to lose these. So, the next thing you want to do is you want to visually inspect this. If your coupler doesn't look good anymore, it looks bad, it's, you know, broken, cracked, warped, we're going to want to get rid of it. This one's actually brand new. I installed this recently, so it's going to be good for us. But the old one was very cracked and damaged, so that's why we're replacing it, okay? The next step will be to be taking these apart right here, okay? We're gonna take these couplers off and we're gonna get this PVC out of it. So we're gonna need a 5/16 on that. So 5/16, what we need. We're gonna loosen this one over here. We're gonna loosen it, okay? And then Clay's gonna help me. We're gonna pull this up. Okay, so actually we're gonna have to take this one off first. So let's take this one off. So he's gonna get this 5/16 off. Pull that off. And be careful not to drop it. I'm gonna help him. Pop this one out. It's gonna want to come out because of the wall. So let's I can see it. We'll take that. Okay. We're gonna take these off as well. If it's an old one, we're gonna want to pop this out. Once again, loosen them. So now, the next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna have to take these out. So they got some bolts right here, okay? And you're gonna loosen these up in a normal installation. But today, we gotta cut these legs off because this diffuser's bigger. So we're gonna actually cut this weld right here. Try to keep the leg the same length if you can, and just cut up on the weld instead of on the metal. So you're gonna try to cut that, hit it with a hammer, and we're gonna try to pull this whole thing up. So I'll show you guys that in a little bit once we get it done. But all we're doing is we're grinding this away. We're gonna hit it, and we're gonna move this whole piece off right here. Alright. We got this off. All we did was we cut on these welds, okay? These little weld lines. And then we hit it with a hammer and a chisel. We busted these legs off. Okay. Busting those legs off. Now it's free. Now we got to take off this coupler right here. Okay, this part broke on it, and it's old, but we can reuse this piece here for our new one. If it looks really crappy, you can buy a new one and put it on there, but I'm gonna reuse this one. I'll show you how to get it off. So all I did was I took a 3/16, stuck it in here, loosened it, And I'm gonna use this hammer, I'm gonna tap it and see if it comes off. Okay, so it looks pretty good. Take this, put it right here. Now you have that coupler off. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna get this coupler, we're gonna put it right on here, and then we're gonna put this over here. Now, like I said before, with these side by side, you can tell the size difference. It's much bigger than this one. So we can't line it in the same place, and hopefully it fits on there, but we're about to find out. But what we also did was on our new one, we tape the towel around it on either end so that we can't, drop anything in there. So, nothing falls in. So that's why we did the towels. So once we get the feet off, we're gonna flip it over. We're gonna take the feet off of the bottom, and then we're gonna put it on over there. We got the legs off of this. We grinded them down. We put them on here. Now, to make sure that the machine was pretty even, it's a little uneven, we're gonna tap it with the hammer. I'll show you that in a second though. But first, when you put this on here, you need to make sure that it lines up. So this one was a little bigger. When I look in the back here, it lines up almost perfectly from the back end and lines up here. The way that I make sure it's in the middle is I move this coupler around, and then I try to get these 4 bolts in. So I'm gonna show you that right now. So basically, when you put this on there, you're gonna see these holes right here. You're gonna see these holes, 1, 2, 3, 4. And essentially, by just being able to put your hand on it and screwing them in, you need to be able to screw them in. Okay? And essentially, all I'm doing is making sure that it fits on there flush. And now just try to screw them in. Now that I got them all in, I know that it's balanced because I didn't have to force it, bend the coupler. It's really well balanced on there. That's going to be great. So you do that. When you do this, we're going to get some straps. We're going to strap it down so it won't move now. First though, we need to check the balance on it. We need to try to get this thing balanced. We need to try to get this balanced. Anyways, trying to balance these out. Yeah, that's really nice. That's the best I'm gonna get right there. I like that. It's balanced. Didn't move it really. So now, I'm gonna put these straps around there. So it's really important to strap it up so that it doesn't move when you weld it. It's just human nature. You're gonna wanna lean on it. It's gonna bow, bend, get unbalanced, so you don't want that. So I strap it up so that that won't happen. Single player action. Right? Pull it as tight as you can get it. There's action. This should just help your tape not be able to move. So strap that up. Now we're going to strap the other side. We're going to do the same thing. So it shouldn't have moved at all. All we did was strap it down, right? Take that off. Now that we know that we want that there, did you get the Loctite? Basically, you're gonna take the 3/16 bolt. I had already took the bushing off and put that back on, okay? We're gonna get a little Loctite medium so that it's vibe resistant, so that this screw won't come out, okay? You always wanna make sure that your key stop went all the way in, which it looks like it did. I'm not touching, so we're good. Your 3/16 once again, 3/16, do you see that? Put that on there, just to help you not be too messy with it. And I'm gonna put a dab of this Loctite on there. And of course it's gonna go. Fantastic. Pull it up. There we go. Good child safety. Tell you what. Oh, there it goes. A little Loctite on there. Now we tighten it up. Now we're going to put this back on. Okay. Now we're going to screw that on with our 3/8 in the star pattern. Okay, we're good to go. So now if you want, we can bump it, test it, make sure that it runs, and then we'll weld it afterwards. Always make sure to take these towels off. If you don't take them off, it's going to suck this one in, destroy the turbine, and spit out trash. We don't want that. So take the towels off. So we got this going. Put everything on there. We're going to test it. Can start up. That's good. Looks nice. So I like it. We're going to keep it. Runs good. Runs for the vibes. Running good. So that's how we're going to keep it. A small wiggle about it. I'm not worried about it. Looks good. So we're all good to go. And we're going to get the PVC lined up. Ran in. We're going to get it started up. And right after Clay welds it. So Clay's going to come down here and weld it, take the straps off, and we're going to run it up. And we'll be good to go. I'll show you the finished product.